way better than shop bought because you are in complete control with the sugar content, how much ginger or garlic you want to put in. It's so easy. Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're going to make a teriyaki glaze using the teriyaki sauce we made the other day. Now we mastered the teriyaki sauce, simple, okay, and now that can be used in a multitude of ways whilst we're cooking our dishes. However, we need to make a teriyaki glaze. You know, if you make teriyaki chicken or teriyaki tofu, salmon, beef, it's nice to have a teriyaki glaze. That's the thick, sticky sauce that you serve up with your teriyaki. So it's very simple to make, guys, using our teriyaki sauce we made the other day. So let's do this. Okay, the reason why we don't make a teriyaki glaze sauce right from the start and put it in a bottle, but you can if that's what you're going to use. You know, our teriyaki sauce is so versatile, we can use it with anything, and it only takes 5 minutes to make a teriyaki glaze. It's very easy, okay? So what we need to do, finely mince a couple of cloves of garlic. So nice and steady then. Now of course you can use a mincer, but you know, sometimes it's nice to have those little chunks of garlic in there, you know, so over the top, nice and steady, and mince up your garlic. Okay, so that's our garlic, and that'll be more than enough. So let's just put that in a bowl. And then what we want to do, we want to take a thumb-sized piece of ginger. This is probably too big, so we'll take a little bit off. Now, again, we want to finely mince this. So just nice and steady, cut through. This is where you're in complete control of your ginger garlic mix, because if you were making a ginger recipe with teriyaki, you could just slice it thinly and put it in ginger strips. So that's our ginger mince, guys. Just put that in a bowl too. So that's it, guys, garlic and ginger finely minced. Okay guys, what we need to do, we need to put the pan on, a little bit of heat. We're going to put some oil in our pan. Now we don't want too much oil, we want a little bit of oil to be able to cook the garlic and the ginger. Guys, whatever you do when you're making a teriyaki glaze sauce, do not use olive oil. Olive oil is Mediterranean, European, okay? Teriyaki sauce made with olive oil carries an underlying flavour through the teriyaki glaze sauce. Don't do it. Okay, so we need to go in our pan with our garlic. So get our garlic in there. And our ginger. So put our ginger in there. And we're just going to give this a little fry. Now this is on a very low heat. We do not want to be browning this in any way. Now of course you can actually use sesame oil if you wanted to fry this off. But again, sesame oil contains a very strong underlying flavour. So if you start this off with a neutral oil or vegetable oil and then add a little bit of sesame oil, that puts the sesame flavour in there. But if you cook it all with sesame oil, it's going to be very strong. Okay, so our garlic and ginger is just starting to tinge on the end. So we want to go in with our teriyaki sauce. So put our teriyaki sauce in there. Now you control this, guys, how sweet you want it. You know, if you want a sweet teriyaki sauce, you add a little bit of sugar. You know, this makes this a fantastic sauce. You are in complete control when you're making this. You know, if you want it sweet, you put a bit of sweet in, you know. Sometimes you don't want that sweetness in there. You just want that bit of sauce going over whatever you're cooking. So what we need to do is just bring this up to slightly boiling, but not boiling. So just heat it up, bring it up. Here we go, we got the little bubbles going now, look. So guys, this is the time when you make the decision, do you want this sweet or not? So we're going to taste test it, but you will not require any salt unless you've got a massive salt taste, because the soy sauce that we use in our teriyaki sauce has enough salt content. So let's just taste this. Now that is a perfect teriyaki sauce already, okay? It's got sweetness in there, it's got saltiness in there, so we're not going to add any sugar to this at all. What we are going to add, we're going to add some toasted sesame seeds. Okay, so there's about a tablespoon of toasted sesame seeds there. So get those in there, stir it in. There we go. Then what we need to do to thicken this sauce, guys, we're going to use a cornstarch slurry. Now again, you're in complete control of how thick you want this sauce to be. If you want a really thick glaze, you put more in. So start off with a little bit first. So we'll just put a couple of tablespoons in there and give it a stir. And this will be different levels of thickness. To start off with, it'll be like a pouring thickness, just to pour on if you made this and put it in a bottle for later. So we'll just let that thicken up a little bit. So we're not rushing any of this, we don't want to burn it. Now obviously you can make a teriyaki glaze sauce before making your dish, not a problem. And then thicken it when you cook your meal. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more cornstarch. Probably going to add 2 more. And I would imagine that that is going to be thick enough. So there we are, guys. So easy to make a teriyaki glaze. So all we need to do now is let it cool down, and we can either put it in a bottle or something to keep for later, or we can use it straight away on our cooking. But that is our teriyaki glaze made with our teriyaki sauce. So simple. Way better than shop bought, because you are in complete control with the sugar content, how much ginger or garlic you want to put in, how many sesame seeds if you want to put that in, or sesame oil. So you have the whole control of the flavor that you want to put in there. It's so easy. So I'm going to let this cool down, and I'm going to put it in a tub for later. So that's it, guys. Now if you would like to subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. And what we'll do now, I'm going to put this in a bowl and we'll use it later. So until next time, take care.